So, folks, there's this guy named Asmongold, and he is maybe one of the dumbest motherfuckers to be talking about politics. And I might have said the word a little bit too soon to the beginning of this video, but maybe my editor can bleep that out. It'd be really helpful. That being said, let's jump into this because Asmongold, the guy known for his decaying rat clock and his blood wall and the general horrific state of his home, he has some thoughts about a post from the U.S. Department of Defense. Let's take a look.
So this is the new ad for the military?
No more distractions. No more electric tanks. No more gender confusion. No more climate change worship. We are laser focused on our mission of warfighting. We will measure our success.
Can I just say, like, you couldn't make this guy, like, you couldn't make an ad for the U.S. military that makes us look as evil as this ad does.
Rat clock. Rat clock. Rat clock. Rat clock. Rat clock.
Salmon Moose, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. I very, very much appreciate it. Putting us over the edge. Thank you very, very much. And I'll reveal what that gets us in when we finish this. But just like,
Not only by the battles we win, but
you think this makes us look you think this makes us not look evil? The soundtrack indicating like evil intent, like the ominous music one would play if they were showing, like, I don't know, the Soviet military in a Cold War film. Like, come on.
but also by the wars we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we
Like, this is supposed to entice people to join the US military.
never get into. It's called peace through strength. You look into the eyes of these young Americans who are giving up the best years of their life in a uniform to serve their nation. They are
One
incredible.
rat. 2 rat. Warm rat. Stink rat.
Through
Oh,
our
God.
power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us, our enemies will fear us, and the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness.
Bro, showing kill cams in the ad?
Is that AI Trump? I don't think so. Like, it's just like, wait a minute. They just literally showed actual living people get murdered in an ad. Look at how cool this is.
Oh my god.
of the United States
Jesus.
military. We will replenish the pride of our armed forces, end the recruitment crisis. We don't fight because
That was not a kill cam. They were targets on a range. Okay. That makes more sense.
we hate what's in front of us. We fight because we love what's behind us. God bless you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our...
Like, I'm sorry, this is the music you play as, like, the alien spaceships like barrage various capital cities across Earth, you know? Like, that's the music that's being tacked on to all of this, and it's just like that. I don't think this is supposed to, like, I don't think this gets people pumped up to join the military, you know?
Men and women serving overseas, and God bless the United States of America.
Man. Is this a new COD? Yeah, I guess so.
Oh no, that was a real post by the U.S. Department of Defense, guys. That not fake.
So
Unfortunately,
glorified it's crazy? Yeah, it is. No, I think that this kind of stuff, I mean, obviously, there's a reason why a lot of people are joining the military now. I mean, this is, and also...
wait. Last I saw, military recruitment numbers were absolutely terrible. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm wrong. Record-breaking military recruitment. Tell us more. Let's see. After years of recruiting shortfalls, enlistments in the U.S. Armed Forces are now at the highest in 30 years because there is such an incredible spirit in the United States of America. In reality, military records show enlistments began rebounding from a pandemic slump long before Election Day. While numbers have continued to rise under Mr. Trump, experts say the so-called Trump bump, a term used by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, we live in the dumbest timeline, is more likely the result of recruitment reforms introduced during former President Joe Biden's term. Yeah, basically, the United States was having a huge amount of trouble recruiting people into the U.S. military, especially because there was a pandemic on, and they passed various reforms because essentially you need people joining the military if it's going to be a volunteer army, and you also need, you need poor, desperate people to view the army as like a valid option for them. So like it needed reforms in order to attract more people in harsh economic conditions. Yeah, recruitment goes up during bad economic times because people need something to do to keep themselves alive.
So notice there's no women in the whole video.
Can we just like pause and really one of his main takeaways from this was not a woman in sight, am I right, lads? Hell yeah, finally no woke military. And we know it's not woke because women weren't in it.
I was thinking about that. I was like, are they going to show like any female soldiers? No. Literally none. And what's this here? No one is joining the military? What? You realize the military enlistment is at like an all-time high, right? Like, yeah, that's not true. Yeah, the numbers are way, way, way up. And yeah, what do you mean? And Fate, yeah, more people joining. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's just kind of obvious. Recruitment surge, yeah, of course. And I'm a recruiter, it's definitely up. Are you sure about that? I mean, I'm as sure about it as I can be about something, right? Give me 1 second. Hello? Yeah, sure. All right, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, when I joined up, I joined today's Modern Action Army, and it was in '68, which was after the Tet Offensive.
Who is he talking to? What is happening? Are we the rat clock?
And so, well, right as the Tet Offensive was occurring.
Yeah.
And the country had already kind of began to drift away from the war. But at first, in '65, '64, they were all. It was not quite this militant, but they were having ads like this.
Yeah.
For joining today's Modern Action Army.
Yeah, sure.
And it worked for a lot of guys. And
hey, have you ever wanted to join the Imperial Armada? Join today. Kill the rebels.
But the thing is that right now, only 1%
Bro joined up at the end of Nam. Yeah.
of our fucking population.
So to be fair, it was Vietnam, so maybe like drafted.
Serves in the military. And
Well, okay, we also all know that when he's talking about like 1964, the beginning of America's Action Army or modern day Action Army or whatever he's calling it, like you all know he's saying that because it's in relation to civil rights, right? Like because the military was like integrating. Like I feel like that's entirely what's the conversation is about at this point.
of course, my
I remember when things got too woke in the military. It's when they let in the non-whites. Like Jesus.
my parents, your grandparents,
Yeah.
they were from World War II. They were still in this military mind, and we're just coming out of the press.
Yes, the military started integrating around 1950, and you could even make the argument it started integrating during World War II. Something happened, in the 1960s that might have made all of that come to a head in the mind of an old adult racist.
The post-Vietnam thing.
Yeah, sure.
And with shots like that, where there's a whole, ring of
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Throw them away.
Mm-hmm.
That was if they showed that same shot during Nam, it'd be on the evening news and they'd be trashing everybody. So it's interesting to see how this has come, kind of
Full circle? Yeah.
Yeah, since I was a kid. I told you that one of the hit shows in the 1950s was Victory at Sea. All it was black and white war footage from fighting in the Pacific.
Well, now they're showing kill cams of the Houthis, so I guess it's back again.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
But not the hit show.
We need to bring back footage of us killing people. That will make people want to join the military again. Okay? Why don't we show actual murders on television anymore? I think that would cause America to shape up. Jesus Christ.
Victory at Sea was a hit show. The #1 hit show.
Back in the 1950s, I watched the life drain out of so many people's eyes in a hit television show. It built my character.
So, I wonder how many of you guys, I mean, now, the jet flying is cool shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, like a buddy of mine I told you. Awful.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get back to it, but I'll give you a call later on, okay? After I finish up.
Really interesting to see this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's not a surprise to see more people joining. Definitely.
I don't know whether there are more.
Yeah. Well, everybody says it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe
everybody says it except for some people.
It's lying, but it sure seems that way.
I haven't seen anything about it. I just don't know what.
Oh my God! Well, everybody says it. Well, I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. This video has over 1 million views.
Whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, me either.
Because there's more. I'll tell you, when I came back from Nam, there was nobody saying thank you for your service. Anybody, they say that people spitting on you in the airports.
Yeah.
Was a lie. That didn't really happen.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking bullshit. It happened to me. I talked to a guy the other.
I mean, I have no doubt that happened. People were really, really upset around Vietnam. I have no doubt that happened. There's no reason to say it didn't.
Today in the store.
Yeah.
Happened to him. I met more than one guy, vet, coming back from Nam, and even the Army told us, the guy processing us out of the Army, I was getting out.
Yeah.
And he said, well, before you go to the airport, get your uniforms off and do something with them and put on civvies, because do not go to the airport in a military uniform. Well, I mean, I was carrying a Russian carbine and a Mountain Guard crossbow and a Czech helmet, so it's kind of a little bit hard to not look like I was coming back from Nam, walking around, so I just left my uniform on.
I love that Asmongold tried to leave the conversation like 2 minutes ago, but he's continued to be trapped in it. You know, it's nice to see. It's this video has over 1 million views. You see it, like I don't know, what is demanded of conservative political wonks is such a low bar.
Yeah. And man, I walk up to a bar, I could clear that bar out for 4 feet to 3 feet next to me.
Damn.
And only one or two, old Korean vets or something, would come up and have a drink with me. But otherwise, I mean, everybody fucking hated your guts.
Jesus.
And, boy, I mean, yeah. And then even when you come back into civilian work, people are in your face about taking, doing, just smoking a lot of pot.
Oh, no, I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean.
Oh, no, not smoking the pot. That's the worst part.
It's like what we were talking about the other day with Rambo, but I gotta get back to it. I'll give you a call probably in just a bit whenever I finish.
Okay, yeah, I gotta come on. Yeah, well, I see a guy.
Is that his actual grandpa? I thought people were joking in chat when they were saying that.
Said I smoke a ton of pot. Well, after I got back, I was back in.
I'm sorry, I didn't pre-watch, so I'm very surprised that most of this is just him talking with his. You think it's his dad? genuinely no idea.
In the groove, I smoked it before I went, smoked it after, but in Nam there were juicers and heads, and you were on one team or the other.
Yeah.
And I like the juicers more because the heads just were
Mm-hmm.
bombed out, you know, and
Okay.
laying bunks, while the juicers were out, you know, just raising hell at bars and shit.
All right.
On post. So
Okay.
anyhow, so anyway, guy, I'm with you on the smoking pot.
Yeah.
Just not
Oh, God.
while I was in now.
All right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, yeah, I'll
All right.
see you later on, pal.
Yep. Yeah. Bye.
Yo.
All right. Okay, let's see. There it is. And that's which kind? Yeah, sure. And what's this here? His stories? You know, no, we recorded a number of videos with him. I'll eventually have to put those up. And yeah, I've recorded like 4 or 5, and it's a whole lot. And
Oblivious, thanks for the $5
Having listened to
dono.
a fair bit of knowledge fight, a lot of Alex Jones's calls went kinda like this, especially in the 90s and
I could see Asmongold becoming like a weird quasi Alex Jones figure. Thank you for the $5 dono.
And I might just upload it onto my my YouTube channel at this point. I wasn't going to for a while, and then things changed, and so I might just do that. But you can see, obviously, you know, it's really not a surprise, as I said before, that the guy, you know, whenever you elect a, you know, a Secretary of Defense that has tattoos of the Crusades all over him, and the guy works out every day, that there's a lot of people that are trying to join the military now.
I'm sorry. You think that the reason people join the military is because Pete Hegseth looks
Chat
hot?
and Jack, in my old age,
What?
if I ever go on about my service like this in my old age, just put me in a home.
Okay, Grandpa. Simric, thank you for the $5 dono.
Old age, if I ever go on about my service like this in my old age, just put me in a home.
Will do. But like, he literally thinks that if you get like, and like Pete Hegseth isn't even jacked. He's just like mildly muscular. Like you got like a mildly muscular, like 49-year-old as Secretary of Defense, and you're like, but he has tattoos and he's kind of buff, so like that got a lot of people joining the military because they wanted to be just like that. And it's just like, that's I'm sorry, I don't think when people when people under your command are under fire, they care very much about your fucking tattoos. They want you to have competence in the job, and that's one thing that they know that Pete Hegseth doesn't have. He literally just got like implicated for like doing illegal wiretapping to try and track down people who are leaking under his command because he's so bad at being in command. So like I don't know, like maybe that's not the guy who's actually inspiring recruitment, you know? Cosplaying with the SEALs. Yep.
Yeah, wow, what a big... who could have fucking guessed that a guy that's doing this... wow. So are you telling me that the impulse that guys have had for the last fucking infinity years is still real? Floating Door, again, thank you for the gift.
With the impulse men have felt for infinity years... What, the impulse to show off for daddy? Like what
Subs, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess so, right? If I was a U.S. citizen, I'd join. Well, I don't know about that, but no fucking way. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And so what you're saying is that we can take back Jerusalem? No more wars in the Middle East, please.
I guarantee you, if Donald Trump announced we were invading Iran tomorrow, that guy would be on board with it. Do you think the physical strength of men and women matter in sports? Sure. Though I don't know that distinction actually helps us all that much. There are plenty of ladies who are very physically strong and plenty of men who are very weak. Just out of my own curiosity, how would you shoot a military recruitment ad for today's audience? Genuinely, the way I would shoot it is by showing like different things that the US military does that are good. You know, like if you like, I think what inspires people to join the military is like being able to tell themselves what I'm doing is good for society. Like, oh, if I join the U.S. military, I'll be helping to do like construction across the United States, and then like be called up for service and training periodically. Oh, like if I join the U.S. military, I'll go and like feed people in war zones. You know, like if I join the U.S. military, I'll be like building levees and like helping to defend cities and towns against like climate change. Like, you know, stuff like that, I think would genuinely make the difference and be like a good way to reorient our military. But instead it's like, how do we come across more like the Empire from Star Wars? You know, like be builders, rather be known for building rather than destroying. I think that is a way to spin things in a way that's positive, you know? And like but what has to actually happen is that the military would need to be reoriented towards doing that rather than, you know, trying to be like full of macho bullshit, you know? How about both? I just don't think most people in America are motivated to join the US military to go and kill someone for corporate interests on the other side of the planet. Like I don't think that's a pretty compelling narrative when like meaningfully there has not been a threat to America's power on the global stage since the fall of the Soviet Union, and even before then, like what it had been like 60 years since the end of World War II. So like I just think that like when we're looking at something like this, it's you want it to be positive. You want it to be something people can believe in. But like I do want to say like ads about like, oh, like you went to like make a name for yourself and like pay for college. That might be one of the reasons people are actually doing it, but I think people want to at least be able to believe that they're joining the military in order to do something good, you know? You would need both. I'm not saying you wouldn't need like arms at all. I'm just saying like if I were to make an ad, the ad would focus on the building projects. It would focus on providing aid, treating the sick, etc. Like that's what the advertising, if I were to make a campaign, would focus on, and it would reorient our military towards those types of operations. Obviously, a military is still a fucking military. The advertising has a big impact on the type of people that apply. Yep. Got to set expectations. That being said, I was not expecting Asmongold to chat with his dad on stream. Nothing of value was in that for me at all. But, I hope you enjoyed this segment.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather around. Twitch and YouTube and swishy streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, Bane, and plenty more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord. Riverboat Jack.